Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Dortmund career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead. Now, at the end of the last episode, we quickly touched up on which game we would simulate and which two we would play. And we decided on simulating the game against Nuremberg because we checked out the Bundesliga table and they are bottom. I think maybe one or two games. The rest are pretty much draws, and a lot of them are losses, so we're going to simulate that game away from home. We then take on FC Köln back at home in the Bundesliga, and then for our third opponent in our UEFA Champions League group, we are taking on Lokomotiv Moscow. Now, so far, we have taken on Dynamo Kiev, and we have taken on Chelsea and beat both of them. If we are to beat Lokomotiv Moscow, it's 3 out of 3, it's 9 points, and it puts us in a great position where for our fourth game, which I do believe again is against, which it is, Lokomotiv Moscow, if we also play that game and guarantee 12 points, we can afford to simulate the game against Chelsea, simulate the game against Dynamo Kiev, the second time that we play them both, and we can focus more on the Bundesliga, because we should realistically, regardless of the outcome of those two games, guarantee a place in the knockout stages of the Champions League. But as I said, we're going to be simulating the first game against Nuremberg because they are very low down the table. If we take a little look at where FC Köln and Nuremberg currently are in the league. So Köln are down in 10th, so mid-table start for them so far. And towards the bottom is FC Nuremberg. They haven't won a single game. They have won none, drawn none. They have lost all 6 games in the Bundesliga so far, so I am very confident that simulating that game away from home, especially because we're putting out a very strong lineup, because then we've got a whole week off to rest and get back to full fitness, I'm pretty sure we should be able to do over Nuremberg with the simulated game in today's episode. Now also, guys, I want to apologise that I'm not sure if you can see it too much, but maybe you can see here a little bit of the static, the green that appears, and unfortunately that's because the last couple of episodes have been perfect, and that is because I'm recording them late at night. 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, I'm recording it. It's pitch black outside. I can put my ring light on and it lights me. I've got literally the gradient, the colour, everything down to a T. But if it's pitch black and I put just that light on to light the room, the green screen is spot on. Unfortunately, because I am recording in the daylight and the sun is shining in, it means there's a lot of light coming in, meaning the light really isn't doing too much. So I've also got my phone here, which if I was to bring it up and slightly shine it here, now to be honest, it looks like you can't see too much. You can see the light shining on me, but there was a lot of green here. So if you do see green in today's episode, guys, I can only apologise. It's because I'm recording so early on. The sun's coming up. It's really hot in here today. And unfortunately, there's just not much I can do about that. But before we simulate the game against Nuremberg, my favourite part of videos, which you guys will well and truly know by now, which is reading out the comments from the last episode. Now, unfortunately, guys, I have to apologise to you because week commencing, let me just check this out. I think it was the 22nd on the Monday. Yes, week commencing the 22nd of June. I uploaded the last Dortmund episode, which was what we're going to read through in a minute, which was called Moving Up the Table, episode 23, because we're now on top of the Bundesliga top position. I was then meant to upload on the 24th, the Wednesday. I didn't. And I was meant to upload on the 26th, which unfortunately I didn't. And the reason for this, guys, is because on Tuesday the 23rd, it was my birthday. It was also the YouTube channel's 5th birthday. My birthday and the YouTube channel, we both share a birthday. I created the YouTube account on my birthday when I started YouTube back 5 years ago. I've been very hit and miss. There's been times where I've really grinded it out and been doing videos every single day. I'm now just trying to stick to the whole 3 times a week. But on the 23rd, it was my birthday, so I didn't get a chance to record. I normally record the day before I upload, so on my birthday, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance. Then on the Wednesday, it was mine and my girlfriend's anniversary, so I didn't get a chance to upload or edit. Now, luckily enough for you guys, I now have, including this one as I'm recording it, these are all going to be going up week commencing the 29th, so next week, but it means I'm a little bit ahead. I've got I do believe a Liverpool career mode episode, and I also have this Dortmund one now in the bag that I can edit, which puts me a little bit ahead for next week, meaning I can stay ahead of myself, which puts me in a great position, because obviously being a video or two ahead is always nice. The only downside is sometimes when I record, if I haven't uploaded the last episode, I don't have comments to go through, so I can only apologise over that, guys. But I've got this episode, I've got a Liverpool episode that should have went up last week. You'll be seeing it this week. on the 29th and probably the 1st of July. Wow, we're already into the 1st of July. I can only apologise for not uploading last week, but a lot happened. Obviously, it was my birthday, it's my anniversary. Liverpool won the title. We are Premier League winners this year. Very excited for that. And the next Liverpool episode video I record, you'll see me in my Champions Liverpool shirt. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. But I just wanted to apologise for not uploading last week, apart from the Monday. I am back at it this week, guys, so do not worry. But first comment coming in from Harry saying, top episode as always, Brad. With the Premier starting back up, who do you reckon will get the last Champions League spot? Assuming that City get banned, not a lot of people are talking about Wolves yet, who arguably have the nicest fixtures. Now, I do have the Premier League table in front of me. I'm going to be honest, Manchester City are not going to get banned. As much as people think they're going to get banned, it's just not going to happen. They've got too much money. They've got too many good lawyers. It's not going to happen. They're not going to get banned from Champions League. It's also the fact that if they continued this year and won the Champions League, you're telling me that the winners of the Champions League are going to be banned next year. It's just never going to happen. You know, we won the Champions League last year. I wouldn't expect us to be banned because you wait for a look at it and go, we can't ban the winners of the competition next year. So I highly doubt Manchester City are going to be banned. As for top four, I personally think it's going to finish exactly how the standings are now, which is Liverpool top on 86 points, City second on 63, Leicester third on 55, and then Chelsea on 54. Although they're not going to be the final points that they finish on, I think it will finish Liverpool, Man City, Leicester City, Chelsea. I personally think then for the place 5th and 6th, it's going to be United and Wolves. I don't think Tottenham are going to be able to break in. I don't think Tottenham are quite the team that they used to be at the moment. They've got the players there, but they're not playing well. Arsenal are pretty much done for. Sheffield United this year have even got a spot at European football if they keep working hard. I don't think they're going to get top four, but they could get in the 5th or 6th position for Europa football. I don't see why not. But yeah, for me, Liverpool, Man City, Leicester and Chelsea will be the teams to finish in the top 4 places. Now, unfortunately, guys, as I've read this out, I haven't replied to your comments yet. I will get round to it. Again, same sort of situation. I was off last week, or I was having time away with my birthday and my anniversary with my girlfriend and things like that. So I haven't got time to be jumping on and editing videos and uploading them and replying to your comments. I just found time to record, so at least you guys have got videos for next week. Bobby places first here. Thank you very much, Bobby. I appreciate you being first. But regardless of your first, 10th or 100th, I don't care. I just appreciate the support from all of you guys. Ethan saying, great video as always, bro. Loved every second. You'll never walk alone. Appreciate that, Ethan. Matty Boy 21 says, due to the fact Dortmund is such a big club and with the training injury glitch still in the game, I would recommend picking up the likes of Ethan Ampadu or Godfrey to be fully prepared for the season ahead. Well, Matty, unfortunately, we're now out of the transfer window. Now, I know what you're saying. I do believe the glitch is in January. If you are doing player development in January, a player can get injured. I also think if they hit a certain overall rating, so if they hit like an 82, they pick up a month or 2 injury. There's a few glitches I've heard about, but the main one is in the January transfer window. All the players that you are doing player development with, for example, the Bellardi, he may pick up an injury and it's going to be a season-long injury. So regardless if you're doing player development and training for a player, there's a chance that one of them does pick up an injury. We would have to look at this in January, and I'm pretty sure we've still got plenty of money in the bank to do something about it. Yeah, 128 million if we needed to. But I think until that glitch happens and we get a player set out potentially for the rest of the season, then I will look at bringing someone in. Charlie said, first, I just want to say sorry for not commenting on the last episode. It's not a problem, Charlie. We're all busy, and I know a lot of you guys sometimes do just watch the video and forget to comment or don't have time, so that's not a problem. But it was amazing to see a full house of wins, especially with such a good game against Frankfurt. Yeah, Frankfurt was a very, very difficult game. Really struggled against them, but I'm glad that we did see it out to get the win. And all at last, ditch defending from Chelsea. Great video, mate. Well, thank you very much, Charlie. I appreciate your comment and I appreciate your support. Don't worry about not commenting on the last episode. I'm sure you'll catch up. Starboy Kiki says, good work. Keep up the work. Not a problem, Kiki. I will do. JNTY says, you deserve so many more subscribers. Also, what do you use to edit? Well, I appreciate that. I grind it out as much as I can. Bring the best content that I possibly can for you guys. And hopefully the subscribers will just come over time. And what do I use to edit? I use a program called Sony Vegas. Pretty expensive though, so there is better options out there if you are on a budget. And finally, Theo says Guerreiro is how you pronounce his name. G-U-E, so Gu. Oh, I don't know how you actually pronounce it. He spelled it for me. Guerreiro. I think it's because when I scored with him in the last episode, it sounded like I had literally done the Aguero. It was like, Guerreiro! And if you guys remember the Balotelli pass to Aguero to win them the league, it was very similar. But I think I may have pronounced his name slightly wrong. I will try and pronounce it correctly in today's episode, but I'm still struggling with that, the way you've spelt it out for me, Theo, so I could do that a little bit better. It looks like Guerreiro. We'll go with Guerreiro. I'll try and remember to pronounce it like that. I'm so now up here, I've saved it as Guerreiro, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, enough talking about the comment section. I've told you guys that I want to be getting into these videos and getting them back between 20 to 30 minutes long for you guys. So now it's time to dive into the action, the bit that you guys have been waiting for. I do love reading out your comments. That is honestly my favourite part of the video because I get to see all you guys that have took time and appreciate leaving a comment. And, you know, for me, I want to read that out because you guys have the time and respect for me. I want to give you guys the time and respect back. The team we are putting out against Nürnberg is the usual starting 11, minus, of course, Zagadou being at the back because, unfortunately, Akanji is out injured. We're going with Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position, Marco Reus behind him in the central attacking midfield, Brandt, Delaney, Witsel and Sancho through the midfield, Schultz, Hummels, Zagadou and Klosterman at the back, with Berkey between the sticks. Now, Nürnberg have lost 6 out of 6 games. We're away from home. They lost to Cologne, Werder Bremen and Dusseldorf. Surely a team like Borussia Dortmund, we should beat them 3 or 4-0 here. Come on! We only beat them 2-0 and only 2-1 and only just. Very tight game. Geese scores for Nürnberg, putting them 1-0 up after just 2 minutes. Luckily enough for us, after kick-off, Paco Alcacer was having none of it and went and scored only a minute later, bringing it back to 1-1. Nothing else happened other than 3 substitutes between both teams. And finally, with only 2 minutes to go, in the 88th minute, Paco Alcacer rises above it again to score that final goal, put the nail in the coffin, and we do manage a 2-1 win over Nürnberg. That was a very close game. Had Paco Alcacer not won that game there, we only get a point out of it and put us in a position where Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich can catch us. That is a little bit risky, but regardless, we start off today's episode with 3 points and a very important win. And up next, we take on FC Köln. I'm excited for this one, especially because Akanji is back on the bench. He is back 100% fit. Still got a plaster next to his name, so I don't want to risk it just yet in case we do upset that injury anymore. We just want to slowly bring him back in. Hopefully, if we get to 75, 80 minutes and I've got a sub left, I'll look to bring him on to give him a run out against Köln. But I'm excited for this game. We're at home. We're in front of the yellow wall. There's nothing more better than being at a home game. That is it. Being at home, being a fan of the home team is just incredible. The atmosphere, and especially as a Liverpool fan, also someone that adores Dortmund, when you look at the fans, the way they are, it would be an absolutely incredible atmosphere. And one day, hopefully, I will get to go to a Dortmund home game and get to feel it for myself. But you can see the lineup we're putting out against FC Köln. We've gone with Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position, Marco Reus, the captain, in the central attacking midfield, Brandt, Delaney, Witsel and Sancho through the midfield, Schultz, Hummels, Zagadou and Klosterman at the back, with Berkey between the sticks. Let's get into this game and hopefully bag a very important 3 more points. Come on, Dortmund, look at that beautiful yellow wall. Tell you what, guys, I know not all of you are from the UK, but the UK has had some scary weather over the last couple of weeks. We've had real hot summer and then thunder and lightning at night. We've had downpours, we've had storms, and today it's one of those days where it's raining, but it's so stuffy. In here now, it's 25 degrees, it's so hot, and it's just, there's no breeze. I can't have the window open because it's raining, and the rain comes in because I haven't got blinds yet. It is just crazy. Now, you guys will be able to see the green here now, and I'll show you how I get rid of this. Couldn't really show you earlier on, but if I put my phone light on, you'll see it disappear. See there? So put the light on there. See what I mean? Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that, guys, because of how light it is in the room itself. Normally, I'm just focused on this light because there's so much light in the room because I'm recording early on instead of late. There's nothing I can do. Hopefully, it will just fade away over a matter of time, but I can only apologise as Paco Alcacer does get us kicked off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. And come on, the black and yellows. Don't let them get us on the counter. Don't let them get us on the counter, and they're certainly going to have us now. Zagadou's really going to come across. Ball into the middle, let's slide in. It's 1-0. Gignac scores and makes it 1-0 Köln in the 21st minute. That was my only fault there. That was all my fault. I pulled a Kanji. Zagadou too wide. He should be favouring. Hummel should be favouring. And basically that one pass in to Andre Pierre-Gignac cut the defenders in half. And it is 1-0. We are losing to FC Kane. Ball in behind. Schultz needs to get their full guineas on this one. Don't let him put the ball in. Schultz, Hummels is there. And it's put over by Perky. Schwab nearly put one in the back of there. Come on, lads. We need the counter-attack from here. Has to happen. Clean it out now. Let's go, Paco. Let's go, Paco. Ping one over the top. Where are we going with that ball, lads? Where are we going? A very, very disappointing half from Dortmund. A massive slip up at the back from us. A massive slip up. Well out of position and the through. I'm not really sure what we do here. I think maybe Paco Alcacer, who's just not getting in behind for me, needs to come off for the man Haaland. And then we'll continue with the team we've currently got. I think then maybe Bardi for Marco Reus. Guerreirooooooooo maybe on for Julian Brandt or Sancho. Maybe bring Havertz or Torgan Hazard on. For now, just a one change at half time. We need to change something up top. Hopefully Haaland can use his strength to get in behind and punish Kane as they do get us kicked off in this second half period. Julian Brandt who's going to drop the shoulder. Julian Brandt through a goal. Julian Brandt! Haaland to follow up. Katabac puts it out for a Dortmund corner. Hummels going to try and head this one now. Hummels is going to get to it. It's Klosterman. It's scrappy. Not going to be able to find a way out. It's Delaney to Marco Reus on the volley. It's a great strike from Marco Reus. Brandt's going to try and keep it in. And with a bad touch, he puts it out for a goal kick. Now we're starting to fire up those engines. In now to Witsel. Witsel coming forward. Witsel skipping in. Witsel through on goal. He's going to shoot. The keeper's going to save. I don't know what we've got to do to beat this keeper. I really don't. Witsel coming forward. Let's try and put that ball in now. To Haaland, who's going to turn his man. He's not going to be able to get his shot off. And look at this. They're in behind again. What is going on with our back defenders? Is Modesti coming forward. Baker's going to have to rush out. It's slid in. Schwab saves 2-0.
Well, I'm sure you want to see this again. Where is everybody? The defenders, nowhere to be seen. It's an open goal.
We don't deserve to be losing 2-0. I can't believe this is happening, if I'm completely honest. It's got wide now to Torgan Hazard. Torgan, you've got to move here, son. See, why are none of my players pushing forwards? Come on, move, lads. Oh, look at the pressure I'm getting. Nobody moved forwards for me then. Everyone jogging. That is poor. Ball into the middle. Schultz should have that one covered. Schultz has got it. It's Julian Brandt who's now going to flick it on to Ennis Bardi. Ennis Bardi going to take a touch. Let's play it through now. Come on, let's find something. Here comes Hazard now. Back to Ennis Bardi. It's poor from Hazard. Why are you doing a back heel when we are 2-0 down? Pass the ball. We lose 2-0.
And the referee blows for full time.
We lose 2-0 to a mid-table... Oh, green screen sliding. Let me fix that. We lose 2-0 to a mid-table 10th position FC Kane. How has that just happened then? How has that just happened? Was that off? I mean, look at the stats, ladies and gentlemen. 7 shots, 6 on target. We were so clinical. But Horn just wouldn't let anything in. They had 6 shots, 3 on target, 2 end up in the back of the net. On paper, we don't deserve to lose that game. Dan Axel Zagadou picks up man of the match for us with a 7.6. Very, very poor performance. 7.6 was the best rating we had on the pitch. That is shocking and a very, very disappointing result. Probably just as much as you guys, I'm still in a little bit of shock. To lose 2-0 to 10th position FC Kane has come as a little bit of a shock. You think as a team, as Borussia Dortmund, where we're doing well in the Champions League scene, we're doing well in the Bundesliga, to then come up against a team in 10th and feel like if it's not going to be an equal game, you're going to win it. but then go on to lose it. And even though on paper it showed that we probably should have won it, it's really hit home to the point of where if I play poor and the players play poor and they play out of position, other teams are going to capitalise on it and they are going to punish us. And I'm just hoping after that shock to the system, it'll wake the players up and we'll go out and we'll put in an unbelievable effort up next away from home against Lokomotiv Moscow, because really some players would let their head drop and be like, wow, we've been beaten by 10th position. This is ridiculous. I'm not happy with it. It's dropped my morale. Whereas what I expect the players to go out and do right now is to bounce back and beat Lokomotiv Moscow, get the fans back on side to show them that we are the black and yellows. We are the yellow wall. We will dominate in the Champions League. We will dominate in the Bundesliga. And this was just a minor slip up that will be turned around and not affect us going on to win at the Bundesliga, because really that loss there, those 3 points, could be the difference between us lifting the Bundesliga and finishing second in the Bundesliga. And I hope that is not going to be the case. But up next we have got Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position, Marco Reus in the central attacking midfield, Guerreiro, Delaney, De Hood and Hazard through the midfield, Hakimi, Hummels, Soyuncu and Dumfries at the back, with Berkey between the sticks. Now unfortunately you can see the likes of Marco Reus, Hummels, Delaney, Berkey, not 100% fully fit, between 90 to 100% fully fit. I'm going to start them and potentially look at bringing them off. Hummels can come off and we can potentially bring on a Kanji to play alongside Soyuncu and hopefully just get his fitness back, get rid of that plaster so we can get back in this team and get his partnership back with Hummels, because I do feel at the back, although Zagadou's done a great job, we certainly have missed him being in that partnership at the two centre-back positions with Hummels. Come on lads, we have to bounce back here to the Champions League against Lokomotiv Moscow. You would expect as a Borussia Dortmund fan in the lineup that we're putting out a win, but we will have to wait and see as Lokomotiv do get us kicked off in this first half period. Guerreiro out wide now to Hakimi on the overlap. Hakimi going to put a beautiful ball in, hopefully towards the back post for Hazard, who's going to hit it at the keeper. It's a comfortable save, Hazard straight into the ground rather than just smashing it in the back of the net. Marco Reus up to Paco Alcacer. Paco Alcacer going to wait for that ball now through to Marco Reus, surely. Marco Reus onto his left foot, looks at hit, it's going to be a penalty, and it is. I tried to turn to get it back onto Marco Reus's left foot to bend it. I seen the keeper come off his line, and I thought, you know what, if I can tuck this away in the bottom left corner, this is a goal. He gets taken out there, and it is going to be a penalty. Can we capitalise on it? Marco Reus. Top right corner. Benny's it. Beautiful. Marco Reus makes it 1-0. Better from Dortmund. Much better. Great tackle there. Hummels. Well done. Solid tackle. Marco Reus now wanting to go out wide. Is Hazard into Paco Alcacer. A little bit of a ball roll to try and get past one. And Paco Alcacer has done very well. He's still going. It's Marco Reus to pick it up. Looks to bend one in the top right corner. It's a terrible shot in the end, but we'll let him off. It was difficult for him to get it out from underneath his feet. Ball out wide, player through down to Paco Alcacer. Paco Alcacer is through, he's getting pulled though. Paco Alcacer to the edge of the box for Delaney, who looks to bend one. It's a deflection. Guerreiro's there to finish. Guerreiro! Yes! 2-0. The lads' heads have not dropped. The lads are fighting and fighting and fighting, and they are not giving up. 2-0 after 37 minutes. That is the Dortmund we know and love. Cleared away, and as the ball is cleared away, the referee is going to blow for half time. We are 2-0 up, but I'm not happy that we did unfortunately miss that second penalty. We should have capitalised on it. We didn't. Marco Reus looking very tired now, so I will have to bring him off for Enes Bardi. I think that's the only substitute I will make at half time. I'll look to eventually bring a Kanji on for Hummels. Maybe bring Havertz on for Torgan Hazard. We'll have to try and see how the fitness is in about the 70th minute. For now, Paco Alcacer is going to get it kicked off in the second half period. Let's get it on the way. Well done, Dumfries. Player through now. Dumfries to the Hood. Going to go over that far side now, looking after the ball. For Guerreiro, first time. It's a great strike. And Guerreiro's going to try and finish up again. He manages to put it in the back of the net. He did not give up at all with that ball. Well done, Guerreiro. Beautiful. He smashes it at the keeper. The keeper can only palm it out. The defender tries to recover. Look at that ball from the Hood. Smashes it. Takes a touch. Keeping defenders trying to stop it going over the line. Takes out Raphaël Guerreiro. But he's already done too much to put it over the line. Score his second and make it 3-0. The Hood's there. Flicking into the middle now for Ennis Bardi. Ennis Bardi going to be gone here now, potentially. Let's go a little 1-2. And do you know what? I'll play that out wide now to Guerreiro, who's on for his hat-trick. Here comes Guerreiro. Go on, son. Cut it back. Guerreiro. Go on, bury it. Oh, what a beautiful way to complete his hat-trick. Wow. The burst, the pace to get him behind. He cuts it back onto his right foot and bends it into that far net. And it's Torgan Hazard who's now going to get him behind. And Torgan Hazard is going to be away. Look at how far up the pitch Seunju is. Seunju is running. I'm going to whip this in towards the back post for Kai Havertz on the volley. It's a great stop from the keeper. Haldy's battling to keep that ball. Let's slide in there. Nicely done. Let's try and get something now. Go on. Play it in. And again. And then straight over the top. Didn't want over the top for Havertz. No, not going to happen. And as the ball is played back, we do manage to beat Lokomotiv Moscow 4-0. That is a much better game. Raphaël Guerreiro does pick up man of the match and the match ball with a hat-trick. A cracking game from him. Really showing us why potentially he should get in there ahead of Julian Brandt. Lokomotiv Moscow, one shot. It wasn't even on target. We had 14 shots, 9 on target. That is what we like to see. A much better game from Dortmund. Raphaël Guerreiro goes on to pick up match ball and man of the match with a 10.0 rating. And we do march on with our third win in our Champions League group stage. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. Today's episode has been a little bit of a shaky one, a bit of an iffy one. We started off with a simulated game where we only managed to win 2-1 over Nuremberg. Now bearing in mind they were bottom of the table, lost 6 out of 6 games. They nearly managed to get a draw out of us. They could have even potentially beaten us. So that was a little bit shaky from the start. Then we played a big game against FC Caen, who were down in 10th position, and they managed to beat us 2-0. We couldn't score, we couldn't beat their keeper, and every opportunity they got, they pretty much capitalised on it and put it in the back of the net. So it made it very difficult. I think they had 3 shots on target, 2 in the back of the net. That is what you want to see from a team. So we struggled and unfortunately picked up a loss there. And then we've managed to bounce back there against Lokomotiv Moscow with a 4-0 victory, a clean sheet, 4 incredible goals, and a win, most importantly. But it's just, it feels like when the team wants to play for me, like they did then against Lokomotiv Moscow, we can do some serious damage to the opposition. But in the game against Caen, where we just couldn't score, the lads just seemed to give up. They seemed to be walking. There was a counter-attack that we'd done, and I got forwards with Torgan Hazard, but no other players were up the pitch with me. Everyone else was just trying, kind of strolling up the pitch. It's just not good enough. And because of that loss against Caen, we have dropped down the table. We are now in 3rd position, joint with RB Leipzig on 18 points. But as we talk about games in the future, we will take a look at the games that are coming up in the next step. So we take on Werder Bremen away from home in the Bundesliga for the first game. We then have FC Bayern Munich in the DFB Pokal. That is going to be a difficult one. So early on, we're already drawing a team like Bayern Munich. We're definitely going to have to play that one. And then we take on FC Augsburg away from home, also in the Bundesliga. Now, I already know because I took a quick look. Werder Bremen, I think, are in 8th or 9th, whereas FC Augsburg are down in 14th or 15th. So we will play the game against Werder Bremen, play the game against FC Bayern Munich in the DFB Pokal, and then simulate the game and hope, even though we're away from home. Unfortunately, for both of those games, we're away from home. Otherwise, I potentially look to simulate the home game. But regardless, Augsburg haven't got a good run at the moment, whereas Werder Bremen are doing a lot better. So I feel like simulating the team that are lower down the table is the better option for us. And hopefully we can just pick up those 3 points. Realistically, I'd like the 6 points in the Bundesliga in the next episode and also to progress through to the next stages of the DFB Pokal. But we'll have to wait and see what happens in the very next episode. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below if you're new around here. Click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.